Welcome to Pittsburgh State University Esports. Today we will be playing Valorant. This is the first match of the season, having last week's match being rescheduled or canceled, and the week before ending in a no-show forfeit for Oregon State. Today, Pittsburgh State University will be playing against Iowa State's Valorant team. Why don't you take us into the rosters, Easton?
All right. So for the roster for PSU side, we have Rice Fan, Ben Dover, Eros, Acid, and Moan for Clutch. Taking it to Iowa side, we have Christian, Orange Warrior,
Select your
Capella,
agent.
Dami Mommy, and I use a joystick.
We'll be heading into the first game right here in a few seconds on the map Ascent.
Here we go.
Looking through Pittsburgh State University's team composition, we have Rice Fan on Astra, Acid on Breach, Eros on Cypher, Ben Dover on Sova, and Moan for Clutch on Jet. Going to Iowa State's team composition, we have Christian on Duelist, playing Jet, Orange Warrior as Gecko, Champella as Deadlock, Tommy Mommy on Omen, and I use a joystick playing Yoru. What do you think about these team compositions, Ethan?
I mean, to be fair, they look like pretty even compositions, if you know what I mean. I mean, there's diversity obviously, being like women and Astra kids. Overall, they do kind of have this similar abilities that can win the game or change the scenario situation.
We see both teams running a Killjoy here on Ascent, which is almost an essential pick in most plays. What do you think about that?
I think Killjoy is a really good lockdown character. On offense, she can also be very good when the plant goes through on defending site, and for defense, just
Found them. Kill. Bomb grenade out.
Going into round one, we see Iowa State taking a fast, aggressive mid push. Heading into market now, they'll be trying to execute towards east site. We see not many Pittsburgh State University players on this side of the map. We'll be trying to make a quick rotate here.
Spike planted.
We see numbers go down even to a quick 2v2 here as bomb goes down.
One enemy remaining.
Gunfights happen near stairs.
Last player
Get
standing.
down to a 1v1.
Clutch.
And that's to win a round for Iowa State University.
Yeah, Dami Mommy clutching it up there with the 4 kills.
We'll see if Pittsburgh State can try and hold mid, take some more mid control early this round. They seem to be stacking A side in the pistol round. Luckily for them, that is also the side that Iowa State seems to be wanting to show some aggression towards. We'll see how this plays out as the round goes on. A quick Omen blind as a defense between the University. They're taking the ground.
Last player standing.
Just like that, it's narrowed down to a 1v4 as Pittsburgh State University's Killjoy rotates over. Iowa State takes the
Planted.
Site, locking it down, shutting the door, and planting the bomb. One before he got one. No, he does not. Still frags on the same round. This is considered a success. Let's see how things turn out now on Iowa State's bonus
Gun here.
Yeah, I think they got that. Money for money. Buy a little bit of discount. And yeah, he's actually kind of playing it safe and buying spectators.
We see Iowa State taking an early mid to B split, leading one also A main. Hold. Pittsburgh State does a little more even of a split between B and A sites now that they have better weapons. Those holding mid as to slowly walk up. More on Iowa State.
Scanning ahead. Found them.
Here. Before. As Iowa State getting into quick combat here against the defenders.
Spike planted.
Getting bombed down.
Last player standing.
We go down to a 1v4 here with arrows. What can do. Gets naded off. Defensive grenade. He tries to take some space here towards the tree. Sees the guy there. Goes
Die.
to the side, gets the kill on Champella. Goes back towards the tree. He needs to make a decision here. Quick. Will he decide to save, try and get some exit picks?
Looks like that's what he's actually just trying to do. Maybe get some exit picks.
Prevents Jet from being able to save there. He wasn't quite out fast enough.
Yeah. Not that exit. I mean, no, he would have got that.
State needs to get some momentum here, turn it around quick, or the rest of the game will seem to turn out the way it's been going.
Yeah, I think the issues they're kind of having is they're kind of like split on where to be. I think they need to find like a stance on, oh, I'll play this side, I'll play this side.
Concealment!
Also, short early question, and you don't always get those gunfights, as we can see right here against Champella. Really bringing it down to a 3v5.
Swarm grenade out. Placing swarm grenade.
As Pittsburgh State shuts the door on A site, preventing that line. Or opens door to A side actually, allowing her to rotate from tree. Riceland holding it down on B alone. Iowa State rotates back to mid, takes more ground there. Pittsburgh State doesn't seem to know where they are right now. Being a little more defensively able to rotate.
Obscuring vision. Last player standing.
Last one left. And gets sprayed down through the smoke. Getting another round win for Iowa State.
Yeah, I think they're playing very aggressively. They're obviously picking mid control pretty fast, which is leaving them options on where to go. And Pitt State's kind of struggling to find out where they need to be.
They're keeping Pitt State on their toes. They just rotated back to mid after there was a min there. They don't really know what they're doing. They need to get some information to play off.
Yeah, they're not really in.
Placing a
Iowa State's not really defaulting in a sense. They're maybe peeking out one side to see if it's safe, and then going to mid, maybe trying to get some picks in.
Found
They're
them.
not really pushing fast anymore. It's more like, hey, we're gonna figure out what we can do fast, what we can't do fast, and we're gonna try and push out.
They're always leaving one person on the other side of the map. Watching the flames, they rotate. Exactly. You can see here they mainly one map.
spike down B.
Yeah, it's about the info right now, and Iowa State's obviously getting more info.
Pittsburgh State gets the pick first here. Now after the mid. Popping a yellow roll to get information to play off of. Iowa State takes mid control and walk. Pittsburgh Pittsburgh State
One
President
enemy
on the
remaining.
Braves.
Spike down mid.
Out of charges. Decoy.
For Iowa State. Maybe down to a 2v1 in Pitt State's favor. Let's see if they can get the round.
30 seconds left.
We got the info now on where Asher could be.
You're aware that she is bottom of the catwalk. Straight to the box. Need there. Confirmation.
They're playing.
They're running out of time here. Yes.
10 seconds left.
Trinity.
One enemy
Welcome.
remaining.
Down to 1v1. Lord's gonna try and just
I
wait
have
up
the
the clock.
spike.
Not enough time to plant. And State University, their first round. They're back in the game.
Asher does get away with an op though.
That could be some valuable economic weapon around ahead. Not that Iowa State is struggling much in that department. They have plenty of money to full buy their entire loadouts, whereas Pittsburgh State here, despite getting the ground, is looking
Right
bad
here.
Oh,
on their money.
Yeah, that round Pitt State really did excel in finding info with
Stay
some
safe.
plays, lining up the jet on catwalk and got for a kill. So they definitely are putting it together now, but as you said, they are still a little low.
Let's see if they can learn from that round and try and play more information based. A quick pick for Pittsburgh State University in mid gives them numbers off the top this round. That seemed to help them a lot last round. Let's see if they can keep it going again. Iowa State taking mid control here, slowly walking up cat while also holding a main. They seem to be going for an A execute.
Pitt State really is holding the line now, in a sense. They're really holding their angles tight, making sure they just know where they are or get that info first before they do anything.
They're figuring out to play more defensively to counter Iowa's more aggressive attack style. Iowa State clear sight with a Skydog. No
You
PSG
should
players
run.
on site. Let's see if they can try and hold the choke point or play for retake here.
30
They still
seconds
have
left.
numbers.
I've got your trail.
The 5v4. 5v3 now. Iowa State popping multiple ultimates.
There's another.
There they are.
Spike planted.
Succeed in taking tonight, getting calm down. Pittsburgh State's numbers may be their
One enemy
Iowa State
remaining.
gets two. It's down to a 3v1.
Last player
1v1.
standing.
And Pittsburgh State comes back, punching around.
Yeah, great work from Pitt State there with that blind from Yoru getting those two trades. It was really a game of trades.
It was. And Pittsburgh State just ended up winning it because we had numbers on them. 5 versus 3. If you go 1 for 1, that still only comes down to 2v0. You see Iowa State setting up for a execute to B side this round. They probably try to take control of mid here. That seems to be their strategy that's been working the most for them. Getting that valuable space taken in mid and then playing off of that.
You are divided.
Catwalk pick. While clearing B at the same time.
Using Astra ult right here. Killjoy alone. She gets one.
Spike down B.
Sova ulted for the info there.
Down to a 3v3. United States favor. Let's see if they can pull inside against his ult. Astra ult goes down. Iowa State tries to back out towards mid, but are stopped by a lurking bend over. We get down to a 4v1.
Out of charges.
Pittsburgh State. Oh, it's pinched here. Blinded. They know exactly what it is, and then they crowd just like that. We get the 3v4 for State. They seem to be guys. They've gotten their footing. They've gotten their momentum.
Apart. You clean up whatever.
One here.
They're really stopping those early rotates too. If you saw, they're pretty fast to take that mid away from the other jet.
They seem to caught on to Iowa State's playstyle, played around it a bit more, keeping it staying on their toes, flexible. Iowa State makes ground towards B here, taking up some space in mid. They're playing a bit more slow. They've realized that they've caught on to their tactics. One kill from Pittsburgh State. Getting their early numbers as they have the past few rounds. This could be another round for Pittsburgh State. Some Iowa State players, also with less expensive guns. They get one, bringing numbers down to even.
They're still trying to figure out what side they need to take as well. As we see, B is clear, but they don't know that, and I'm just looking for the mid control right now.
If they keep playing like this, they're going to run out of time again. We'll see if they start to make a plan, execute something soon.
30 seconds left.
Pittsburgh State's defense not wavering.
Looks like they might be going for an A push.
Iowa State has pushed up into tree, gaining ground onto A side. Being held. Gets traded. Goes down to a 2-3.
Spike planted.
Give it Iowa State. They have side control. They have bomb down. Pittsburgh State has Killjoy ultimate here to retake. Let's see if they use it.
Raze is pretty low right now.
Both Pittsburgh State players taking ground in heaven. Trying to get on the site, trying to find out where Iowa State's players holding.
Last player standing.
And it looks like it's going to be a save for Killjoy. Blocking off sight.
Down to 1v3.
Maybe they'll die to bomb.
Here. And she does not get it. Iowa State, back in the game. They've disrupted Pittsburgh State's momentum. Getting around again. Still anyone's match, 3v5, only 2 rounds off. We'll see if Pittsburgh State can rally back for this round.
I mean, they adapted before, maybe they can adapt again. We're really seeing some good gameplay from both teams. A lot of, you know, no info and then just full aggression by Iowa, and a lot of, you know, awareness of Pitt State.
They're really learning off of each other's tactics, adapting to them. What you should be doing. We'll see if they continue that cycle. Pittsburgh gets an early kill.
Looks like Iowa State might be right now. Yori gets a pick.
Another down A main for Iowa State.
One enemy remaining.
A 4v1 here.
Spike down.
Let's see if Iowa State's Sky can do anything in this game. She's pinned. They know where she is. Stuck here in A main. Seems to be the end of the round here, and it is. Good round for Pittsburgh State. Held B side very well. Only one kill, or only one death. Good for their economy. Good for their gun count.
Yeah, they really held it down there. As we saw, Iowa State kind of committed to B, and it didn't really work out for them.
Iowa State seems to be split buying here. For the most part, it's full rifles though. Taking an early stacking towards A side. Another defensive omen blind, and more aggression taken place. 2 kills for Iowa though. They've lost that open space. Iowa takes fast onto A. Quick execution, picking the site. And the numbers go down to 2v2.
Spike down A.
Anyone's round. Iowa State has A site though. Just to stay off the quicker retake here. But they use that Killjoy ultimate. It seems to
Spike
look like.
planted.
Not to. There they go. Ultimate's down. They're gonna be able to retake the site here, pushing Iowa State out towards main.
Jump done.
Killed my bot.
Pittsburgh State detains Iowa's Killjoy.
Both of them are defended. Yeah.
They
They just
have
get a free defuse.
Free site here.
Astra with a delay.
Last player standing.
Killjoy has good coverage.
Iowa State. Losing their guns though. That could work for Iowa State's favor. It's a tied game now. 5-5. Iowa State having 3 ultimates to use. Pittsburgh State having 1.
Turret out.
You see Iowa State having a pretty cheap buy here. They're sticking with mostly pistols, one or two hero rifles. Pittsburgh State almost full weapons. Let's see if this goes in their favor. Iowa State taking more ground towards speed mid. After that last round, A push did not work out for them. Making their way up B main.
Placing
State holding from
bomb bot
CT
down.
and from
Bomb
margin.
grenade out.
And on site. 2 kills for Pittsburgh State. 3. Bringing down to a
Last player
4v2,
standing.
4v1.
Spike down B.
We'll see if Orange Warrior can do something here.
Piss
Gets
off.
1. And he's shut down. Another round for Pittsburgh State.
Looks like Yoru picked up a judge
Gun
and
here.
it really did work out in his favor.
Last
there.
round
That
before
close
the
range
switch.
Combat really came into play.
Especially against their mostly sheriffs.
Yeah. Light buys, they get punished by a judge.
Time to
Both
jump.
teams, for the most part, have full buys here. Iowa State showing some ground towards A again. They seem to be
Get out of my way!
flip-flopping back and forth. Get the kill
Healing over
early.
here.
Getting them numbers fast.
I've got your
Kill your
trail.
ultimate to execute on site.
You are divided. Hawk out.
Iowa State gets fast site control here. Using multiple ultimates to gain the ground. 2 holding the flank.
Fire in
Get
the
1, they
hole.
get a second.
Enemy.
Puts the university down to 2.
1 enemy remaining.
Down to 1. And that's not Iowa State. Here at half. Tied game, 66. Still anyone.
Switching sides.
We're going to take a quick break here. We'll be back with more coverage soon.
Turret out.
Pittsburgh State on the offense here. We see them taking some ground. They main quickly. Iowa State throwing a defensive smoke. Pittsburgh State stalled for a moment.
Spike
before being
down
brought
A.
On the site, they take the site. They have numbers here, a 3v2. Push up the door, and then they get taken out. Under 2v2.
Good aggression by Iowa State, which is really helping out what they're doing because now they're dedicated to a site and they're kind of force pushing in, and it's really getting those picks and those trades.
See if they can keep the site here. Take an early pistol round.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Onto a 1v1 here. Anyone's around. And Iowa State takes the aggression. Plenty of time to defuse. Securing the pistol round in their favor. Let's see if Pittsburgh State can get some ground here with worse weapons. They seem to be setting up for a Iowa is more stacked towards A, leaving a more open site. They still have to push through a Killjoy setup. Let's see if they can accomplish that. Getting some fast ground here. Waiting in B main. Iowa State gets 1. Iowa State gets 2.
Spike down B.
Calls the rest in B main. 3. Pittsburgh State numbers down to 2. Let's see if they can get this trade here. They take out the Killjoy. We get to a 2v4. Iowa State still holding choke point on B main. As they're
Last player
rotates behind.
standing.
Iowa State gets another. Moving down to a 1v4 for Pittsburgh. And down he goes.
Gun here.
We see Iowa State capitalize off of this. Their bye round. They had better weapons. We saw this in the first half. Pittsburgh State could come back here with their rifles. They could always get light momentum. It's anyone's game.
Sure, especially in the first round and a half. We did see a little bit of, you know, they were committed to B, but they didn't really get the info first. They kind of just on that activity.
That Killjoy setup really shut them down too. It stopped all of their momentum towards the site. Held them off that choke enough, long enough for Iowa State's team to rotate behind them, take them out. Iowa State's going to need to move faster here to prevent that from happening again to them. Iowa State's defensive smokes here worked for them the past 2 rounds. It really shuts down Pittsburgh's pushes.
Yeah, and it looks like now Pitt State is thinking about rotating.
They go back towards mid, try and take some ground there. This could be a good idea with their better weapons. More equipped for longer range fights here, like in mid. They slowly take ground up pad. They seem to be committing to an A. Still a minute on the clock, plenty of time. 3 Iowa State players on B here. Holding it well. They know where Pittsburgh is. Gets 1 here. Gets 2. They start taking ground off of that. Iowa State rotating onto site to help. Pittsburgh State gets the 3rd.
Last player
A
standing.
4th. Champella tries to just get 1 with what she can, but Pittsburgh State's numbers and better weapons bigger than the round.
Yeah, I think it was a good call on the rotate overall. It looked like Iowa State there was shifting, starting to shift towards B as they were rotating. So I really caught them off guard with that.
We'll see if Pittsburgh State can keep it up here. Splitting
Heading to the above.
both sides of mid.
That'll work.
Pittsburgh State trying to keep Iowa on their toes. Yoru ulting into B site, getting information. The rest of the teams are following behind. Though it could be fake. Pittsburgh State still set up for an A push.
Yeah, it looks like Yoru is making some noise to hesitation.
Pittsburgh State pushing on the A side here. Iowa State has multiple numbers here to help hold them off. They get the bomb down though. And numbers. 5v2 in Pittsburgh State's favor. Iowa State players are going to have to rotate on here, take the ground, or just try to get some picks. Four sets of eyes looking at them. It's going to be hard to retake the site. They seem to just be playing safe.
Gun
As
here.
much of their econ as they can. Playing for exit picks on Pittsburgh State. And they might get 1. But they do not, and Iowa State loses 1. Bomb.
Woo! We got this.
Yeah, I guess the corner, the Joker was thinking that Nick. Unfortunate for them.
Here.
They come out with 1.
Here.
Pittsburgh State has a full buy here. Iowa State seems to be mostly saving, running 1 Hero Vandal. Pittsburgh Pittsburgh State brings it back to a tie. Still anyone's game. They're keeping the game very close. They're doing a successful job in that on both sides. We've seen a lot of push-pull in the score.
Yeah, it really has been like one round, one round, one by like Pittsburgh, stuff like that. It's really just back and forth over and over.
See Pittsburgh trying to take some mid control. They succeed in this with better weapons, bringing it to a 4v2 very quickly. Plenty of time for things to go south, though. They get B site. Iowa State players still remaining in mid on the slow rotate.
Gun here. Grenade.
You see Orange Warrior dropping the Sheriff for Dom. They spray down door,
Hawk out.
trying to push together, get some ground, retake a side if they can. But all 4 Pittsburgh State players holding on site. It's going to be difficult in a pure numbers standpoint. They get one. Time is running out, though.
Standing.
Pittsburgh State gets one back. We get to a 3v1. Orange Warriors seem to be playing for exits here and just not get any. One Pittsburgh State player dies to bomb. But they have plenty of money to rebuy this round.
Yeah, we're seeing some very fast executions from Pitt State, and it's really pulling them through this. I mean, they're just taking side instantly, getting that bomb out as fast as they can.
We saw last half, Pittsburgh State wants to play aggressive. They try and get ground when they can, and it didn't work out too well for them on the defense half. But now's really their time for that to shine.
Yeah, it does definitely look like Pitt State is more.
Pittsburgh State taking early ground towards A here. Iowa State has 3 on this pipeline. Through. Dashes in. Still held at the choke point. They get 2. 5v3 in Pittsburgh favor quick. Fast bomb down. 4v2, 3v2. Iowa still has a chance to come back here.
Unfortunately for Iowa, they did get the bomb down, so now they're on a time.
They smoke off A main. 2 Pittsburgh State players there. They could take site here against 1 person.
Last player standing.
Pittsburgh State brings it down to a 3v1. Iowa's Jet fighting for their life. They get 1, and they're shut down.
A little bit of trolling plays from Yoru there with the teleport and a lot of delay of time there. I think it might be Jet off guard with that teleport.
Here's another round for Pittsburgh State. Bringing it 10-8. Iowa State on another light buy. They just keep getting shut down by Pitt. Let's see if they can turn it around. Pittsburgh State seems to be setting up for another A push. Like the last round, let's see if it works just as well for him.
Who's next? Here.
Yoru ulting, running fast onto site. Only 1 Iowa player there to help hold. And they're taken out quickly.
Yeah, it was a good play. They got the info they needed and Jet pushed up to kill.
Pittsburgh State takes site control very quickly. All 5 players remaining.
Placing swarm grenade.
See if Iowa State can come back and retake here.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
A fast round from Pittsburgh State, just getting kill after kill there.
Yeah, we see Jet with that first pick off the Yoru ult, and then Yoru's followed by Killjoy with a quick spray downs. So overall, some good play done.
Iowa State back on a full buy here. They have to take some ground with that, or they'll just be shut down next round and close out the first match.
Yeah, it seems like Iowa State definitely needs to figure out a plan to cut down this really fast pushing and aggressiveness from Pitt State.
Pittsburgh State gets one. Speaking of
here.
fast,
You should run.
Killjoy ultimates to take B site quickly. Iowa State has 2 there holding the choke. They get a pick. Bring it down to a 4v4. Another trade, 3v3. Pittsburgh gets to site, starts planting. Down to a 2v2, another trade. Pittsburgh has bomb down. We see Iowa State wanting to use Killjoy ult to retake. They're hesitating in market here. They use
Last
both
player
ultimates, trying to get ground.
One enemy
Into
remaining.
a 2v1, a 1v1. Killjoy versus Killjoy, and it will go in Pittsburgh State's favor.
Nice, clutching that up, even inside the Killjoy over there.
Match
Sacrificing himself, getting detained for
Cool.
the kill and the round.
Cool.
Definitely.
Iowa State left here at match point on a broken bye. We'll see if they can clutch out and bring it back to overtime, but things aren't looking good for them right now. Pittsburgh State setting up for a B site execute. Leaving some A. Iowa State tries to take ground A, but shut down by a lurker. Pittsburgh State gets 2. Pushing back on. The B push was bait. Iowa State gets 2, even the odds. Down to a 2v3 in Iowa's favor. They could make something happen here.
Cutting through.
But it does look like they left B wide open. Because of that, Dova gets a pick off the rotates.
And all of the control of this side of the map. The free site. Pittsburgh State in. Plant off.
Spike planted.
Let's see if they can hold better than last round. Iowa State does not have the Killjoy and Raze ultimates that they needed to secure that last round win. Nor are they near somewhere that they can be in a position to take the site back.
Yeah, I think Astra's going to need to use her ult here to get for the
And she does. See how she plays off of it.
She used it to cut off spawn.
One enemy
Iowa State taking
remaining.
ground here. One of them gets taken out. Both Pittsburgh State players
Last
know
player
where Iowa
standing.
is. Bring it down to a bomb
Attackers
detonation,
win.
securing the first match victory for Pittsburgh State University.
Great plays from both teams, but Pitt State overall was the winner of that one.
It really was a close match there until the final few rounds.
Yeah, I think right at the beginning, it was a very back and forth when they were on defense. I think at some point Iowa had a 2-point lead, but right when they got to attacking, Pitt State did. They really showed their aggression and showed their plays, and we kind of took that game away.
We'll be moving on to Bind here, map 2. Iowa State really thrived in their rotations. We'll see if they can work with the teleporters on this map to make it work next. We're going to have a quick break here before moving into that. We have a 5-minute break here. We'll be back after with more coverage. Coming back into game 2 here on Bind. Pittsburgh State still up 1 match. The best of 3. Iowa State University's team composition for this match, we have Christian on Rays, Orange Warrior on Killjoy, Champella on Chamber, Mommy Mommy on Fade, I use a joystick on Brimstone. Pittsburgh State University, on the other hand, Rice Fan on Killjoy, Acid on Brimstone, Eros on Viper.
Blinding.
Well, as a second time. Going into round 1 here, we quickly see University
Spike down
taking ground,
A. Last player
taking
standing.
it down to a 1 back. And during the round, with a quick pistol round win, we'll see here if Pittsburgh State continues this momentum. Forcing up rifles on their bye round. This round heading out to what appears to be a B execution. We see Pittsburgh State running 2 controllers. We'll see if that excess amount of sight blockage helps them
Hunt.
take and hold tight. It did last. We saw a lot of smokes going down. We'll see if it continues throughout the match. Taking quick space here, Pittsburgh State already on B site. Iowa State backing off as opposed to
Spike
trying to take
planted.
the fight here. Good thing gets bombed down. Still a 5v5.
Grenade.
Two, Iowa gets
Player
1.
standing.
Pittsburgh gets 4, shutting down the round. We expected. Pittsburgh State's bye round. We'll see if Iowa turns it around this round.
Yeah, it looks like that win kind of got in their head, and that loser mentality kicking in. They can kind of get away from that because there's some shakiness as well as what I'm seeing. I think they can really come back.
Pittsburgh State really riding that high from the last game. Going hyper aggressive these past 2 rounds, buying rifles last round that they still have this round. Iowa doesn't have as much of an edge as they could. Pittsburgh State we see splitting A and B site. Not giving Iowa State the information that they could need. Both teams getting 1 pick very early. Iowa State getting a second, bringing it to a 4v3 in their favor. All 3 remaining Pittsburgh players pushing up B long here to see if they can take the fight. Throw some Utah out to take ground. Iowa State's 2 players push back into Hall and Elbow.
Spikes down.
The defensive lineup we see.
One enemy
Unfortunately, they
remaining.
did still get the plant off.
The plant was still off, but damage. The 3v1 for Iowa. And they secure the round. That could be harmful to Pittsburgh State. They did force a little better weapons on their bye round, so if they lost this round, it was fairly even.
Yeah, a big win from Iowa. It'll start to shift the momentum.
Going in round 4, both teams having full loadouts. Pittsburgh State seems to be taking some ground from the A side this round. Going for a shower. Iowa State has a 3-2 split favoring A side. So they're stronger side and see if they can hold. Pittsburgh leaving a player lurking Hearing a rotate, maybe. They're stalled in showers. Taking some ground on site. They push out. And the smokes take it. 2 picks for Iowa, 1 for Pittsburgh. 3 to a 4v3. 3v2 now. Pittsburgh still stalled in main. They take a teleporter, rotating towards B. Empty site right now. See if they can get bomb down. Era's holding deep, trying to take control of their spawn. He is useful. Sky pushes through Viper setup. Gets her killed. We see Rays flanking behind site. Iowa State splitting, trying to get in front of and behind Pittsburgh State's defenders.
1 enemy remaining.
And they succeed. Another round in Iowa's favor. Plenty of time for the defense to bring it to 2v2. 2-2.
Yeah, these first couple of rounds are definitely gonna, figure out what team has the most momentum, and it might just be Iowa State.
Game's tied up here. Both teams sort of split buys. Couple rifles, couple not. Iowa State, lots of money here. They're going with an operator. Pittsburgh State still looking a little worse.
We're not equals. Let's go.
They're deciding to force up here. See if they can make this round happen. Get the momentum they need that we saw last year they used. A fast push up A main, onto site. They're taking the site quickly. Both teams getting picked. Pittsburgh State another, moving to a 4v3. Pittsburgh State's favorite. They're planting the bomb. Get the bomb down. 3v3 now. 8v3. Let's see if Iowa State
1 enemy remaining.
down to 1v2. We'll see if Pittsburgh Viper can hold. Iowa State tossing util at them. Gets that kill. Another round for Iowa State. Still anyone's game. Very early in the match. Very close.
Not the boom you hoped for.
Yeah, we talked about it last game. They're definitely having a lot of back and back. I mean, it's a lot of Iowa State wins this one, Pittsburgh wins this one, et cetera, et cetera.
We'll see if they can keep up that pattern going forward. Certainly makes the game more interesting.
That it does. All the different economies, buys, they even switched up their operators this game, so.
Both teams have almost full buys here. We see Pittsburgh State's Jet popping knives in lieu of a rifle. A quick brimstone from Pittsburgh secures a kill early. Into a 5v4. They'll probably be trying to play numbers the rest of the round.
It looks like they might be going for a swift rotate too.
Quickly moving up B main.
Immediately, one's seemingly back to back though.
Just see him, I believe. They don't know about the guy holding gun.
I've got your trail.
Both teams get one. Get to a 4v3. Pittsburgh
Spike
State rips a
planted.
sky ult, finding the location of Iowa's B player. They get that kill, into a 3v2. Both Iowa
One
players coming
enemy
from their
remaining.
spawn. Pittsburgh State knows this. Gets one. We'll see if Iowa State's final player can make something happen here. Or if Pittsburgh brings it back to a tie. Planted safe for them. For safe defuse.
They're just
Six. State prevents the defuse. Bringing it back to a tied game, 3-3.
yeah. It looks like Pitt State is playing a lot of lineup here for early plans. The Brim, Viper, and KJ.
I think what really worked well for Pitt that round was the rotate.
Yeah, the
They
quick
drew
rotate.
Iowa State mostly off of B. They left the one in long that Pittsburgh didn't know about. But gave them almost a free sight. Get bombed on quick. That's what they would be selling on that bat.
Yeah, I agree. I think their decisiveness of their play is really what's helping them up here.
Both teams getting fragged early. Bring it down to 3-3. Pushing Pittsburgh State back out of showers. And maybe re-executing. Iowa State leaving a player on B to hold that site. They learned from last round. They know not to leave the site open. I know Pittsburgh State likes to rotate. Pittsburgh State seeming to Viper ult out of showers. They get one here.
One standing.
Giving a safe area to plant. Get another who gets traded. Bring it down to a 2v1. The final player coming from Iowa State spawn. And it only has a sheriff.
Spike planted.
Pushing into Viper ult with worse weapons. Not necessarily their best idea, but maybe their only one.
Right
in the
here.
option.
Yeah, let's see if he can integrate his abilities a little bit to clear sight.
One
Okay,
enemy
two
remaining.
players holding it up and down. Iowa tries to get one. Gets one. But gets traded. Simply did not have the gun or the manpower to clutch that round up.
Yeah, like you said earlier, if he had a Vandal, that might have clutch up.
Both teams almost full loadouts. Still very close game. Very close play we've seen. Every round ending great. Very close. Never quite a clean sweep from either side. Pittsburgh State showing some aggression B main, but leaving two on A side. Alert. Meaning that rotate available to them. They get one early. So does Iowa State. Pittsburgh State gets another. 4v3, 4v2. As Pittsburgh State secures a site, their other remaining players rotate back, start planting bombs. Jet gets aggressive in defense spawn. Gets taken out. Down to a 3v2. Pittsburgh State still has site control, still has numbers. If Iowa State can make something happen.
Stim beacon down.
So he's one. Damn.
Last player standing.
Race gets taken out, and Grim falls shortly after. Another round for Pittsburgh State. Bring the score to 5-3, Pittsburgh State's favor. Iowa needs to turn something around here.
Yeah, it looks like this might be the breakaway for Pittsburgh State.
Here.
Seemingly they got 2 rounds in a row. Iowa State has held their own so far, but that aggression from the last game is surely coming into play now.
We did see last game when Pittsburgh State starts moving, it's hard to get them to stop.
Let's choke them.
They get a couple rounds, they start steamrolling. So Iowa State needs to make something happen here pretty soon, or Pittsburgh State is going to become an unstoppable force.
I've got your trail.
Pittsburgh State throwing some aggression towards mid A main. Going fast on the side, most all down.
Be back.
Get dashed in, takes out 2 players on A. Another remains with the 2 B-side players quickly rotating. Help hold. Down to a 4v3 in Pittsburgh State's
should
favor. They
run.
start planting. Stop planting. Pittsburgh State use a Killjoy ultimate to the site and then fake. Rotate back to B through the teleport. Almost a free side on B now, having hit Iowa State's players off.
Early rotate, right? Could cost them. Brimstone didn't see them.
Pittsburgh State does have a player on the flank though to pinch.
Last player standing. One
Got their
enemy
back wide
remaining.
open. Down to 1v1 though. They don't know Vipers behind them. Ray's watching long. Viper on a huge flank here.
Yeah, big outplay there by Viper.
The late rotate really secured the round for them.
Who could have expected that flank though, you know? Especially from a Viper.
Very close game. Very close round.
Here.
Still goes to Pittsburgh State.
Yeah, like you said, they're becoming that
Who do they
unstoppable
think they are?
unstoppable object. Let's see if Iowa State can be the movable wall.
We know Pittsburgh State thrives on their offensive side. With the half here, Iowa State could turn things around. Pittsburgh State showing quick aggression on B. Gets
Spike
held.
down B.
Iowa State gets
Player
3
standing.
4. 3v1 in Iowa State's favor, 2v1 now. Pittsburgh State going for a rotate. Getting teleporter onto a free A side.
Toxins going up.
That's what they're looking for. They really like to do the old bait and switch. Getting bomb down here on A for free
Take hold.
as Iowa State
Spike
players
planted.
close in. Iowa State gets the kill. They get their first round in a few. They really needed that to stop Pittsburgh State's momentum.
No fireworks today, I'm afraid.
Yeah, big play by Cade there.
3 rounds, 4v6.
Please do not mistake my smile. I take this all very seriously.
Pittsburgh State still with plenty of money, full loadouts. Iowa State mostly. A couple of lighter buys here. It was a very expensive round for them, but they did get that win that they needed to stop Pittsburgh's momentum. You see Pittsburgh State taking ground towards A site here. Pretty early. The Fade doesn't spot anyone. But they're not playing quiet. They're not ashamed. Jumping in, maybe playing noise. Fatal for Iowa State. Pittsburgh State gets 1, 2, bring it to a 5v3. They go for their quick bomb planting. And a Viper ult.
My ultimate is ready.
Pittsburgh State wants to clear this round. Iowa State gets 1. 4v3. They do have to push into a Viper ultimate to retake the site here. One player on the flank for Iowa State. That could make something happen. Iowa State gets another 3v3. Numbers are even.
One enemy remaining.
3v2 shuts down the
Last
Viper ult,
player
down to a 1v1, and another round for Iowa State.
Yeah,
Hold on to
just
your
grazed
hats.
through the Viper ult by the bring there.
Very quick retake. Action-packed.
Sorry to spoil the party.
Kept Pittsburgh State on their toes. Kept
Right
them
here.
alert.
Last round in the half.
We'll see if Iowa State can tie it up at the half. It's 5-6 right now. Both teams mostly full buys.
Gun here.
We see some star players here in Christian and Arrow. The Viper walls, the Viper orb. The way Arrows plays around his util
Get out
really
of my
helps
way.
Pittsburgh State make something happen. And Christian's gunplay, as well as his more offensive, damaging util, helping him get more kills, shutting down some of Pittsburgh State's aggression. We see Pittsburgh going with their classic
I have this
love
one.
himself on the A site. He set up every time and it keeps working for them. They get shut down here. Iowa State's Brimstone ultimate knocks them off the plant and takes out Arrows. Iowa State getting another pick, bring it to a 4v2. Finding out the location of the remaining Pittsburgh players.
Hawk out. Blinded.
Pittsburgh State players really just trying to hold anything they can. Goes for the teleport, tries to rotate to B. We've seen Pittsburgh State do this before. They hit Iowa State players onto one site and then flip back to the other one. They've got a free site here for the plant, but without the numbers to hold it, we'll see if they can
Spike
secure the
planted.
round or not. Iowa State players closing in from their spawn with one on the flank. We've seen Pittsburgh do a similar play before, leaving their backs wide open. Trigger discipline here from Christian.
Last player standing. One
One.
enemy
Gets the
remaining.
one. 1v1. This round could go any way. Pittsburgh State player gets the kill, giving Pittsburgh State the lead going into the half, 5-7.
Switching sides.
Yeah, I think if Christian was a little bit faster on that flank, he could have done something with it. But unfortunately, there was some bad timing between him and shooting that kill and that flag and cut him off guard and take the round.
We've seen the past few rounds are much closer than the earlier rounds of the game. Iowa State's learning, adapting to Pittsburgh State's play style. We'll see if their offense half here lets them continue this. We've seen that Pittsburgh State much stronger on their offense. So now that they're holding defense, see if they can keep it up.
Yeah, maybe with the lineup change, they might have something. Especially with the Viper in that sound.
I got the spike.
Iowa State taking a quick
Find
ground
you.
towards B. Marked off by Pittsburgh. Scared to push through. 3 Pittsburgh players holding the site. A 4th rotating on. Playing that corner. Going back to A. They're anticipating a rotate here from Iowa State.
Satchel out. Hawk out.
Iowa
Blinded.
State flashes and blasts in through the smoke. Gets taken out. They get 1. They get 2. Down to a 3v2 in Iowa State's favor. Pittsburgh State's 2 players remaining on A side, rotating through their squad. All 3 Iowa State players going out to play from Garden. They have the bomb down. They can play a little more defensively here. The ball is in Pittsburgh State's court. They have to make something happen. One of Iowa State's players still holding on tight.
Last player standing.
Gets a kill on arrows. Down to a 3v1. They're playing lineups as well.
Yikes.
Trying to prevent the defuse by any means necessary. And a round for Iowa State.
Stay in range of my stim.
Yeah,
beacon.
there was a
Mow
big
them
lineup
down.
from Brimstone. Right when they got that plant down, they already kind of did where they wanted to be. They wanted to
We can see maybe a strategy start to form here for Iowa State. They have these Molotov lineups for Brimstone. They might just try and get the bomb down and then play safe from here on out. Now that Pittsburgh State knows that they have a tool in their tool belt, they might try and change up the way they play, try to prevent that from happening. Iowa State quickly heads towards B. Pittsburgh State players quickly flanking behind them, though. Still 2 Pittsburgh State players holding B site. Iowa State has not taken come through the choke yet. 2 Pittsburgh State players behind. We see some action. Some gunfight. 1 for 1. 2. 4-v3 in Iowa State's favor here. State players backing off of B. They think Iowa State is rotating, and they are. Iowa State hitting the teleporter, coming to A. They have the smokes. They saw Pittsburgh State do this something similar,
Spike planted.
securing half of the site for almost 0 cost. All 3 Pittsburgh State players are now grouped up, ready to retake. Iowa State players are a little more spread out. We see Iowa State's Brimstone playing for a lineup again. Pittsburgh State without any real counter to it.
Last player
Get
standing.
1, get traded. Down to a 3v1 for Iowa State with a lineup. See a little taunting in game chat.
Sleep tight.
Pittsburgh State gets 1. Down to a 2v1, and they get taken out. Not bad for Pittsburgh State on their save round.
Let's ruin their
However,
day.
Iowa State still this, bringing it back to a 7-7 tie.
Yeah, it looks like no one's quite got that momentum going for them. It's been pretty even the whole time now. Again, being up by 2 at point. Yeah, they really just both teams are holding their own and really showing off their play styles. In a sense.
We've seen both teams really like to utilize those teleporters and quick rotate on the map. We'll see if the defensive team, Pittsburgh State here, starts to play around that. Not rotate quite so fast. Iowa State shows some presence towards B, leaving a guy in mid. Holding market for a quick rotate if they need. Nobody's gotten any picks yet. No gunfights happening now. We see Iowa State start to back out, heading back towards A site, leaving a guy on B. Maybe he can get a kill here. Pittsburgh State locking the site down pretty well. Still 50 seconds left. We see Iowa State start to head towards showers. There is Pittsburgh State's jet. They're waiting for them. A gunfight happened here. One kill on each side.
One down.
Another for Pittsburgh. 2v3 in Pittsburgh's favor. Iowa State's
30 seconds left.
Iowa State's players taking A site. Getting the bomb down. We still have one Pittsburgh player on A and 3 more rotating quickly. We respawn.
Now they're kind of sandwiched.
One enemy remaining.
Iowa State. Because of that position they were put in by the Viper. That they count.
Pittsburgh cleans up here. A pretty safe, nice round for them. Only one death.
Else ready. Not the
He's
food
back
we
in the lead.
hoped for.
We see Iowa State did not get the rotate off that round they wanted. No use of the teleporting.
Here.
Pittsburgh State held their own pretty well. They seem to have learned, figured out Iowa State's rotating strategy. Played a bit more aggressively to counter that Molotov on the retake. We'll see if they continue that in the future. Iowa State taking ground towards A site here. No Iowa State players on the B side of the map. Pittsburgh State players rotating already.
I've got your trail.
Prepare for hellfire.
Iowa State looks to execute. Tries to push in. One gets taken out. The other 4 still stalled in showers. Pittsburgh State players holding the site well. They know where the enemy is. They're not letting them through.
Yeah, Iowa State used 2 ults there, but they didn't really work off it.
Pittsburgh gets another Iowa trade. Numbers in Pittsburgh State's favors. All 4 Pittsburgh State players now on A site. Iowa could try to rotate him. Iowa gets 2 more kills, bringing it down to a 2v2. Iowa State starts to enter. One gets taken out. And there goes the second. Another round for Pittsburgh State.
Yeah, it was pretty close with those 2 fast kills
between
from
us and victory.
Chamber and Faye. For all the answers they were holding, you really couldn't push out of after.
We saw Iowa State's downside there was stacking too many players in minute 8. Maybe in rounds to come we'll see them learn from that. That's different. They leave one here towards A side, as well as the bomb. They likely try to bait Pittsburgh State players off of A and then rotate back as we see them back.
They're blind with fear.
It is their save round, and they have 20 pistols here. One Pittsburgh State player teleporting already on the rotate. Maybe falling right into Iowa State's trap. They still do have gun advantage.
That's a good thing.
Nobody has a pick yet. They're going to send Sky Util through Hookah. Get some information there. Iowa State doubling back towards A side, B side.
You want to play? Let's play.
Execute here. We see Iowa State popping a chamber ultimate. See what they can do with that. Pittsburgh State defensive smokes are running out. We see Iowa State players hit teleporter here. They've been known to do this.
30
Pittsburgh
seconds
State
left.
players already on A. Fast rotate. They're ready for attack for this.
Yeah, big delay from the Pitt State players.
They're doing every piece of util they can to prevent Iowa State from getting started. Iowa State does get killed with chamber ult. 10 seconds left now on the clock.
Spike down
2
A.
more kills, 3 more. 3 to 2.
Last player
2
standing.
versus 2, 1 versus 2.
I have the spike.
Iowa State does not have time or manpower. Another round in Pittsburgh State's favor.
Yeah, we can see by Pitt State, they 2 players moved good on B there, expecting it at this point.
They really know how to walk down a site now, using those smoke and choke points to hold off sites. Saving their util for the road. That was, however, Iowa State's save round. We didn't really expect a different outcome. Getting 3 kills off of those just pistols. Still a full round.
Yeah, they got the money they need for this round.
Iowa State taking ground towards A. They're held through a Viper wall. Pittsburgh State gets 1 pick. Not traded. Gets a second. Third. Iowa State gets 1. To 4v2 in Pittsburgh State's favor. Especially good for them on the defense side. Kill for Iowa State, though. Bring it to a 3v2.
Bring them down.
All 3 Pittsburgh players now on A.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
3v1 here. Leaving Brimstone alone for Iowa State. We'll see if he can get a kill or 2. The bomb is down in showers. Pittsburgh State has that secured. Now knows the location of the last Iowa State player. He gets 1, but gets traded here. Another round for Pittsburgh State. We see Pittsburgh State. They've held their own on defense here.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely showing a lot more commitment on where they want to be. They're not really forcing the rotate as much,
Placing sentry.
and they are waiting for the info.
Pittsburgh State really trying to close the game out here. Only 2 rounds off. See if Iowa State can pull back.
That works.
Iowa State
Bring them down.
semi-broken by. With rifles, some with less. Pittsburgh State players.
Destroyed.
Iowa State players execute good.
Face your fear.
Pittsburgh State player on the rotate behind. Iowa State forces through onto the site. They get 1. They get 2. Pittsburgh State players, all 3 behind now. See if Iowa State can hold the site. See if they expect it. Pittsburgh State gets 1. It's a 4v3 in Iowa's favor. Iowa State gets 1 back. 4v2 for Iowa with the bomb down. Might be the round Iowa needed. Momentum for themselves here. Pittsburgh State gets 2 more. Bring it to a 2v2.
One enemy
Big
remaining.
A
kills
third.
from Viper.
And they know where the 4th is. Another win for Pittsburgh State.
Poison orb emitting.
Yeah, they really cleared those angles there as they were getting out, and you didn't really see them.
Match
the same angle.
point.
They were all looking at the angles.
Pretty soft Pittsburgh team play there.
They were really holding each other's backs. You know what I mean?
Here at match point now, Pittsburgh State with 3 ultimates, maybe their most powerful. They're going to try and shut it down here, taking home the win tonight.
Right here.
We'll see if Iowa State last round almost worked out well for them. See if they can do it again with a different outcome this round. Pittsburgh State lose too early.
With their fast aggression plays, which seemingly don't work out.
They
most of the
did try.
time.
They brought back the more aggressive defense
Killed
strat
my
they
boss.
tried to do last game. Like last game, it didn't work out that well for them. Iowa State taking strike here, like we saw last round.
Spike
It
planted.
really gives Pittsburgh State players to retake. We've seen that they can do.
Jet there with a cheeky wall bang.
And she gets taken out. Down to 4-2 in Iowa State's favor. This could be the round they need to gain some momentum.
One
here, taking
enemy
into
remaining.
overtime. Down to 4v1. We see Arrows here to attempt a clutch. But from a sheer numbers standpoint, it doesn't seem likely.
They're not even trying to
They know where he is. They're throwing neutral at him. And he's still here. There's a round for Iowa State. They've needed that. Could gain them some momentum. We saw Pittsburgh State get a little aggressive there off the top, leading to their downfall.
Yeah, I think they're wanting to get that strat to work once.
They got a little cocky. They said it's match point. Now's the time to try it, and once again it did not work. See if they learn from it this round.
Or
Leave
they
it.
try it again. Who knows? It looks like they tried it at long this time, though.
Playing off of those smokes.
Seek the
5 men pushing
Launching smoke.
E main though.
gun sight.
I think Iowa State has learned that their aggression is their friend here. Except that fast teleport from Pittsburgh State Jet takes out 2. Numbers in favor of Pittsburgh here. 4-3. Iowa State still stuck outside of B. Not entirely sure what they want to do here. Pittsburgh State still has 3 on A, leaving 1 alone on B, but they can hold the site down.
They also have a KJ and Brim ult.
They do still have 3 ultimates here. Iowa State with 2 of their own, however. A Sky Ultimate from Pittsburgh, try to find out what Iowa State is. Big Brimstone ult from Iowa.
2 very big ults. Makes it to where they don't have
30
any ults they
seconds
can
left.
use.
Take it down to a 3v2 for Iowa State's favor. They have bomb down. We've seen this scenario
Last
before. It worked
player
out for them last
standing.
round. 3v1. 2v1. See if Iowa players, they're playing for that Brimstone lineup. State's job here is to stall as long as they can, and they get the kill. Another round for Iowa. They want to bring it into overtime. We'll see if Pittsburgh State can shut it down. There's 3 more opportunities left to do so.
Yeah, Iowa State is certainly building this momentum now. Taking 2 rounds afterwards. Who knows?
Very expensive round for both teams. They're losing multiple ultimates. Pittsburgh State still has their Killjoy lockdown in Brimstone. Orbital Strike. We'll see if they use them this round.
I got
Pittsburgh
yous,
State
okay?
also fairly broke. And cheap weapons. Trying to take a save here so they can secure a win next round. Iowa State changing it up, taking some aggression towards A site now. No deaths yet. They make ground towards showers.
Time to
They
hunt.
make ground
Scout
up
destroyed.
main. Find out where Jet is. Pittsburgh State gets 1. Quick. 2 quick. This save round could go in Pittsburgh State's favor.
And again, they still have both those ults.
Pittsburgh State has the numbers here, though still not the guns that they need. Might need. Iowa State stalled and market pinched with 2 Pittsburgh State players holding behind them. Crossfires with Buffy.
Last
They get 1 of
player
them.
standing.
They get
Oh
2
my.
of them.
Down B.
Very good play for Pittsburgh State. It was 4-1. 3v1, putting every utility they can, and they
they
go
get a
for the
knife.
knife kill.
Defenders win.
Disrespect to win the game from Pittsburgh State. Closing out tonight's matchup.
Yeah, that Bucky play was already wild.
Yeah, we see a great games from both sides here. That's our game tonight. I've been your host, Paul McDowell.
And I'm used to
Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you next week.